How many of you remember Chibok girls? This guy was one of the soldiers that was sent to rescue Chibok girls when they were kidnapped by Boko Haram. And what this guy is about to reveal is going to blow your mind. This is his experience.
Bro, I can't believe you're one of the soldiers that was sent to rescue Chibok girls.
I am.
The security situation of Nigeria, do you think it's going to get better anytime soon?
Honestly speaking, I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon.
Why do you say so?
Because it's deeper than what we think. It's deeper than what people see. Because there are a lot of players behind the insecurity going on currently in Nigeria. People that are supposed to fight the insecurity, they are behind it.
Can you tell us some of the things you experience that is making you speak this way?
I'll give an example. In Zamfara, we had an intel about a particular guy that manufactures AK-47. So we got the order to go arrest this person. When we got to the community, we saw this man with more than 50 AK-47.
Wow.
He has lived almost all of his life in Russia. He knows how to manufacture weapons. So we arrested this guy, and 15 to 20 minutes later, we got a call from someone at the top, and we were ordered to release him at that spot. And not just to release him, to escort him back. So we had to let him go instantly.
Wow.
That is just one of the things we face, because as soldiers, we obey orders, we don't question orders. So if we're ordered to do something, we do it. If we're ordered to release somebody, we just follow the orders.
I can't believe this. What are some of the other things you've experienced that has made you conclude that it will be difficult for insecurity to stop in Nigeria?
You know, I've worked with some paramilitary as well. Not just the army. Like, the army is not just responsible for the insecurity in the country. Like, I've worked with paramilitaries, and I have seen a situation whereby police were called that they were robbers, that some robbers were robbing people on the highway, and they received a call not to disturb those robbers.
Are you serious?
Honestly.
Jesus Christ, I find this hard to believe.
That's why I said it's deeper than what people see or people think. If you're not in it, I just feel like insecurity for now is not going anywhere. And sorry to say, it might be getting worse because nobody is doing anything about it. Kidnappers, they're being paid ransom. Armed robbers, even if they get caught, they'll be released. The system, not just the system, is corrupt.
System is corrupt.
The system is just so corrupt.
Wow, this is really crazy. So, tell us about your experience with the Chibok girls.
I'll say it's a nightmare because we lost some good people, some good soldiers. When we went to rescue those Chibok girls, this particular place was Damboa. So we went there, and already they knew we were coming. So some of them dashed, they ran away. And the ones that we met, we exchanged fire with them. At some point, they tried using the women as cover.
As shield.
As shield, because they know we will not engage. Though none of the women were killed, but the Boko Harams that we killed, surprisingly, these women were obsessed with us.
The Chibok girls.
The Chibok girls, the ones we met, they were 21 in numbers. They were crying because we killed their husbands. Because some of them have kids already.
Oh.
Some of them, all of them are married to the Boko Haram there.
Stockholm syndrome.
So they were upset. They were not ready to leave that bush. They were fighting us for killing their husbands. Even when we tried forcing them inside our helos to bring them back to town, they refused. we had to apply force to bring them back.
So the Chibok girls were not even interested to be rescued.
They were not. They were not.
It seems they were really comfortable with this.
They were okay there because
they had fallen in love with the bandits.
I just don't understand the reason why, but we were all surprised because we came to rescue you people, but they were fighting us because we've killed their husbands.
Wow, this is crazy.
The army, soldiers are doing a lot, but people only get to see the negative side on social media. But when it comes to Boko Haram, bandits, and the rest, we've lost so many soldiers. The civil population don't get to feel what we're feeling.
The trauma
and everything.
The things you have to lose. Yeah.
Because for every soldier that has been in Operation Lafia Dole in Borno State, once you leave that bush, you will never be the same. At some point, you will become something you never thought you would be. Probably a monster. Because you have to do some certain things to survive. It's either you kill or get killed. As long as you're posted to Borno State, that's just the only option you have.
So you have to pull the trigger at all times?
You just have to pull the trigger.
At what age did you join the Nigerian army?
Though the age to join the army is 18, but I was barely 17 when I joined the army because it was easier for me because I came from a military background. My dad is also a soldier. My uncle is a soldier. I have cousins and my elder brother is also a soldier. So it was easier for me because all my life it has always been about the military. It's the only thing I know.
So at the point you got involved in military combat, were you disappointed to realize that the structure is corrupt?
Very disappointed.
You didn't know that before now?
I grew up in the barracks, but I never knew
it was deeper
than what I was seeing until I got into the system and I realized that it's just too much. It's just too much. I never thought that I was in secondary school when Boko Haram started their struggle. I never thought that it would last to the point that I would come and join that fight. Which I did. And till date, Boko Haram is still existing.
Do you think that fight is ever going to end?
I don't know. But I don't think it's going to end anytime soon because a lot of people are benefiting from it. A lot of people are benefiting from it.
There was someone I interviewed. What do you mean by a lot of people are benefiting from it? Do you want to say something about that?
Whenever the government brings money for certain things, those things are not done. The money doesn't get to the right places and the right people, especially for weapons, ammunition, feeding. Certain people benefit from it. And also, when some soldiers die in the bush, the families are not aware that the governments are supposed to pay them.
Oh, so they are supposed to pay the family?
Yeah.
And some of these families don't get any payment?
They don't get any payment.
Like how much is it? Is it supposed to?
I don't know.
You don't know? But they are entitled to...
They are entitled.
Wow.
Even if you've served just one day in the army and you died in...
Your family is entitled to a certain amount of money.
But a lot of people are not aware. So that money is being paid.
Yeah.
But someone is benefiting
from it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So for some people, the whole Boko Haram thing is a means of income to them. And they'll do anything not to stop that income from coming.
Because they are making so much
money from it.
That's crazy. Somebody I interviewed said that he was adopted by Boko Haram and he noticed that Nigerian Red Cross and some NGOs were involved. They were even supporting these Boko Haram people. They will bring them supplies. So I don't know if that statement is true or false.
Very true.
Are you
We've
sure?
known about certain NGOs that they will come to our camp, collect information, go to Boko Haram camp, and give them details.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, at some point, we had to stop NGOs from coming to the camp. Till date, NGOs don't go to certain places where soldiers are in that Borno state.
They were leaking information.
They were leaking information, the numbers of soldiers, the kind of weapons, everything they see, they get to report back to Boko Haram.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's what that person said, he's right. It's true.
And it's possible these NGOs are making so much money too.
Yeah.
From this insurgency.
They are making money from it too. That's why I said a lot of people are benefiting from it. A lot of people.
Wait, why are these NGOs supporting these bandits, this Boko Haram?
Because it's a means of income to them.
And they give them supplies.
Yes.
Do
There
they
are
think
people that also contribute to these NGOs because so many people have lost their homes. So many people in Borno State don't have a home right now. So many people would donate to these NGOs thinking they are helping these people. But the NGOs are helping themselves. But they still have some NGOs with good intentions.
Yeah.
But most of them are corrupt.
Very corrupt. I've watched some documentaries. I also hear that there are some human rights organizations that think that these bandits and kidnappers, these Boko Haram people, should not be attacked.
True.
You understand that they should be arrested and not executed.
True.
Is that statement true?
Very true. Some human rights, they don't value the lives of soldiers, but they value the lives of these insurgents, Boko Haram. Boko Haram, to them, Boko Haram can kill soldiers, but soldiers cannot just kill Boko Haram. That is the reason why a certain human rights, they sued the army because they felt like the army was killing Boko Haram unjustly. They've sued the army entirely, the chief of army staff. Like, they just feel like soldiers are supposed to not harm these terrorists. We should arrest them and they should follow the proper channel, which they don't. Because we've seen cases where you arrest somebody and the person will come back in a week later with a fresh attack. And most of the time, we don't go to their camp. They come to our camp. They come to our camp. They launch the attack most of the times. Leaving your family behind, you will get to bond with different people, your colleagues. You will bond and have this brotherhood. Or at the end of the day, you might just lose somebody you're talking to in the next 5 minutes.
The feeling of going to war front and then returning alone.
True.
You're not returning with your brothers.
Most times, if we're not experiencing an attack when the camp, like those that will be on duty will be on duty, then the rest of us will be playing card, Ludo. Then the next 10 minutes, there'll be an attack. And after the attack, you just realize the person you were playing with is dead.
Chai.
And sometimes the trauma that comes with it is seeing a friend of yours that was shot, but he's not dead yet. Then he's calling you for help. You can't go to him because you will get shot too. Then him dying, your conscience will fight you like you were supposed to go help him. But deep down, once you leave your cover, you will get shot. Because Boko Haram, they are trained. They have snipers as well. So once you leave your trench, you're done for. Most Nigerians feel like soldiers are just heartless and they don't relate well with civilians, but it's not true. With the level of commitment that, I'm not saying this because I'm a soldier, I'm saying this because I have seen the passion, the commitment from a lot of soldiers. Like, we just want this country to be better, peaceful. But it's deeper than us and it's bigger than us. We're only doing the best we can. Soldiers are on checkpoints, VIP escorts, chasing kidnappers, chasing armed robbers, bandits, Boko Haram, everywhere. Even on top of water, you will see Nigerian army there. We're everywhere, just trying to make sure that there is peace.
And there's security.
And there's security in the country. But it's just a lot of soldiers have lost their life fighting for peace.
Those of you watching this video, if you see soldiers anywhere, please salute them, encourage them, show them some love, because after listening to this story, you will have a very deep insight of what people who wear those camouflages go through every day to maintain peace and order in the society that we are living in.
I also want to applaud the wives of soldiers, because in every barrack right now, we have more widows than those that their husbands are still alive.
What are some things you've done to survive?
At the point I got lost in the bush, after an attack, the attack was so bloody that we had to withdraw. And in the course of withdrawing, we went different ways. We just scattered. And I found myself in the bush alone with just 16 rounds. And at some point, I had to keep one round for myself, that I would rather end it than allow them to catch me alive. So I had 15 rounds in the chamber, in my magazine, then one round in my pocket. That if worse comes to worse, I'll end it, because it will be more brutal if they capture me alive. So I was in the bush for 3 days, searching for a way out, and because of thirst, I had to drink my pee. I drank my urine because of thirst, and I got to a point I had no urine in me anymore. I could not pee anything.
No food, no water.
And God so kind, there is no food, no water, nothing. And I passed out the third day. I had no idea where I was. I just passed out. And when I woke up, I was in the headquarters, and I was told a Fulani man brought me. He brought me, I was on top of his camel. He carried my weapon and brought me back to our headquarters. I don't know how he looks like. I didn't see him, but the Fulani man saved my life.
Yeah, wow.
I was vulnerable. He could have taken my weapon or killed me instantly. But he saved my life, a Fulani man that I've never seen before till date. I don't know how he looks like. But he saved my life, and I'm forever grateful. Because for a day, I will never in my life, because we look at it like Fulanis in the bush, they work with Boko Haram.
Yeah.
So I will never for a day expect a Fulani man to save me. But God so kindly did.
I can't imagine all you've been through, bro. Like, the day you signed up to become a soldier, your life never remained the same.
Nope. I never thought that 90% of soldiers did not join this job to fight for the country. 90% are just looking for job.
Oh, they are just looking for job. Yes. Not that they are passionate about their motherland.
They're not. But in the course of that, you find yourself being passionate. You find yourself doing it because you just want everybody to be okay. You just want the country to be peaceful. A lot of us join the job because we just need we just need an income, a source of income to put food on the table. Because no sane person will choose to do this job because they love this job. There is nothing to love about dying. We know if a building is on fire and you will see somebody giving an order to soldiers to go in, and you can't question that order. Where fighting is heavy, that is where they push us to. And we have to do it. That is how bad it is. We have to do it, or else some innocent people will die. So most of the time, we lay down our lives for these people without them knowing. Most of the time, 90% of whenever a soldier is killed, somebody elsewhere was saved. But people don't get to see that part. They only get to see the part of where soldiers... I'm not going to deny the fact that soldiers don't molest civilians.
Harass civilians,
intimidate them. I am not denying that part. But that is not the only thing about the military. We have some good parts. We have some good in us. We've laid down our lives. We've sacrificed everything. And for those of us that have been in that bush, our life will forever experience PTSD.
Do they give you guys mental support?
No.
No access for, is it rehab or something?
No. They just feel like you're a soldier, you are good to go.
Wow.
For like 6 months, if I'm walking by a field and I hear the sound of whistle, I'll be scared. I'll feel like, yes, something is about to happen, because in the bush, whenever I hear the whistle, it's for red alert, they are coming. So for like 6 months straight, whistle was messing with me. And if I hear a sound of certain sounds, maybe like thunder, I'll feel like they've launched an RPG. And I'll be ready, even without holding a weapon, because I'll be feeling like I'm still in the bush. And a lot of soldiers are going through that same PTSD.
The trauma.
And some, they've lost their family because of it, because some of them cannot handle it around their family. Some will resort to drinking, and it's very hard. It's very hard. Some don't get to sleep well because it's always nightmares. Seeing friends that you've lost. It's so difficult for a lot of soldiers.
Wow. The people who kidnap and the Boko Haram, are they the same thing?
We believe that, you know, most of the times Boko Haram, they have this disagreement within themselves. They get to break up. Why some will go to another state and form a different thing. Those ones we call bandits. They'll leave Borno State, go to other states like Zamfara, Kaduna, Bauchi, and all those northern area, and start kidnapping people for money. Boko Haram, they don't kidnap for money. They don't call for ransom. But bandits, once you break from that group, you're no longer funded. You need to create your own funds. So they just dive into kidnapping, collect ransoms, and the way it's going, we think that some of these bandits are now being funded. Some of them are now being funded because you can as a Nigerian, you can commit a crime. It will be very easy to track you. But it's difficult to track a bandit. Tracking of bandits is not the job of the military. Tracking of people is not the job of the military.
Whose job is that?
They know. They know themselves. They know it's their job. And they don't do it because I guess it's bigger than them too. That is the reason why currently you see bandits coming on TikTok, on live video, do giveaway, flaunting their weapons, and nothing will happen to them. But as a regular citizen, just come online and say something off. You'll be tracked and arrested.
Like there was a guy who named his dog Buhari.
Yes, he was arrested.
He was arrested all the way from Anambra State, right?
Yes. Even there was a northern guy that said something about Buhari's wife, that she's getting fat, she's enjoying Nigerians' money. He was arrested that same day. That same day. So for Boko Haram for bandits to come on live video, be doing giveaway, flaunting their weapon, flaunting cash, insulting the president, and still nothing happens, that means the system is messed up.
Crazy.
That's just the height of it. It's a slap to the country. system is just corrupt.
Wow. In fact, I don't even know what to say. We've said a lot, and this is really overwhelming. I wasn't even expecting such. I know that there are so many other things you want to talk about, but they are just too sensitive.
Too sensitive.
That you can't even begin to talk about them. Like, there was something you told me behind the scenes, and I don't even want to talk about it here, because I spoke to my lawyer and he advised us not to talk about it here. If we were to talk about it, Jesus Christ, I am not sure some of you watching this video will be comfortable anymore. So it's best not to even bring it up. Wow, this is really crazy.
And we have a lot of corrupt people in this country. A lot. Because we've had names, we've had requests from certain people not to touch certain people. And you would just be wondering why. But you can't do anything about it. Because as discipline is the bedrock of the military. You have to obey any order. So you don't get to question why you have to release this person. We don't prosecute, we only hand over to police. But we know the outcome. Once we hand over suspects to police, we know the outcome. Just be ready to see that person again. That is why most of the time we prefer ending them than handing them over
to police.
Because you ending them will save a lot of lives.
So it's looking as if police is the most corrupt security agencies in Nigeria.
There are good policemen, but I would say there are a lot of corrupt men in the
Some of them are only
force.
following instructions too.
Yeah.
And it's possible some of the instructions are not even coming within the police force. It's coming from outside.
Exactly.
And there are lots of security agencies in Nigeria.
A lot.
That nobody really talk about day to day. We only talk about the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police, Nigerian military, police.
Most of the blames are being pushed to the army. Most of the blames of insecurity are being soldiers cannot be everywhere. Soldiers cannot be everywhere. If you go to the barrack, you will hardly see up to 50 soldiers in some barracks because soldiers are outside.
They're outside. They're at every junction. They're on the streets. They're even doing the job of police.
Police, civil defense, everything. So army were just everywhere.
We need to celebrate the Nigerian army enough. You know, why there are some bad eggs there.
We have a lot of good people
who are willing to sacrifice their lives daily for these people. You know, there's this song Chike sang. It's called Soldier.
I've heard about it.
You've heard the song. You know, there are a lot of people who have actually dedicated songs about the Nigerian army, and these are just some of the people who think that soldiers should be appreciated. Maybe they've lost someone, or maybe they've had personal experiences. We never can tell, but with this video, it should be enough to sensitize people about some of the challenges that the Nigerian military face.
True.
And some of the sacrifices that they have to make daily to protect this society. I really don't know what to say. I just hope that God is going to send a Moses to come and help us and rescue us, because this is not just about civilians that are worried about insecurity. Even the Nigerian army too are also worried about insecurity. Like he said, sometimes he could be eating and playing games with his colleagues, and the next minute, that person is gone. There's an ambush. Do you understand? So the idea of worrying about security is not just for civilians alone. It's for everyone. So nobody really knows how long we'll continue to bear this. Who is going to save us? Who is going to be that leader that will come and bring change, make a difference?
We're still waiting.
We are still waiting. We are still hoping. So, brothers and sisters, at this junction, we might just have to conclude this very interview. If there are questions you want to ask, feel free to drop them in the comment section or come to my DM so we can make more interviews about things like this, so we educate people about issues like this. It's very important. Please do well to share this video, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate your time. Thanks for making out time to share your experience. Do you have anything you'd like to say in conclusion, or should I wrap up?
I'll urge the civil population to appreciate soldiers more.
Yeah.
Because they just don't get to see the other side of the army, aside the negative parts on social media.
That is being put out there.
Yes, a lot of soldiers have gone down for their sake. So at least, appreciation will go a long way. Saying thank you to a soldier means a lot. And we don't hate civilians, we love civilians, and they are the reason why we're doing this.
Let's make some 1 minute video appreciation for the soldiers. You can tag me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Let's just show them some appreciation. If you get to see them anywhere, you can get them packs of water, packs of drinks, give them some money, some words of encouragement, some prayer. Do you understand? These are jobs that most of us will not be so confident enough to do. Yet these people wake up, they sign up for it. Even with all this experience, they are still in need. They have no option. They can't, if they back out, who is going to keep the society safe? Yet, these people are underlooked, underappreciated, and undervalued. It doesn't have to continue this way anymore. My brothers and sisters, I firmly believe that I've created a community of positive minds. Let's make this video go as far as it can. And to everybody who has watched this video, I hope your perspective change about the Nigerian soldier, because this is just one perspective. Let's begin to show them love and appreciation. Let's give it to them. They've never had that so much attention of people appreciating them, rather people pulling them down. So let's give them their moment this time around. Thank you so much for watching this very video. We'd like to say bye to our viewers. Bro, let's say bye to the viewers. Bye and thank you.
Start shooting animals in the name of chasing Fulani. We are not chasing any ethnic group from our land. I have made it very clear. If you go after ethnic group, you become a terrorist. We are not going after ethnic groups. We are going after the terrorist army, police, and every Nigerian forces that carries gun. That is the people we are going after. Because once you go after them, you have uprooted the people in the bush. If you go after ethnic group in the name of Fatih Fulani, you are a terrorist. This is the international law that many idiots don't know. If you go after Fulani in the forest in the name of fighting terrorism.
Oh no, what I need to see is not I love my people very much and they know it. I don't want all this, anybody involved. I've been hearing about idiots talking all over the place. Some fools trying to be relevant because of Biafra or trying to use my name to gain relevance. I don't want it. I don't want any killings, no kidnapping. All this nonsense are alien to us as a people. I don't know where these animals came from. They are taking advantage of the fact that I'm in detention. But it will soon end.
Welcome viewers to Biafra Battle Cry TV. Biafra is our religion, and here in Biafra is where we worship. We are loyalists to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We also vehemently reject any activity of the evil beast, the commander-in-chief of gunmen in exile, a self-acclaimed prime terrorist, who specialized in kidnapping innocent people in Biafra land in the name of IPOB. The prime terrorist has came up heavily to send precautions to anybody that should go against Fulani herdsmen. He is a terrorist. Please share, like, and subscribe to our channel. See you soon on another video. Thanks for watching.